Hey guys, welcome back to another piece of cringe content starring not just yours truly, but also my friends. Yes, that is right. Me and my friends have decided to start a podcast. Yeah, something Neeto. That is what we're doing. We have started a podcast, and the goal of which is, right, so we're 4 people, right? Every month, once a month we meet, and we got 4 different topics to talk about, in an hour and 30 minutes. Kind of difficult. We actually recorded this the first time, and we ran out of time before we ran out of topics. So that just goes to show you that we got a lot to talk about. Oh yeah, another really big, important note about the Something Neeto podcast. This is not my creation, right? This is our cumulative creative effort. So what we're basically going to be doing is for every podcast we do, someone else is going to edit it, right? So it's probably all going to be uploaded on my channel initially, but we will probably move to doing it on its own channel when we get around to doing that. So yeah, this podcast is called the Something Neeto podcast, and it stars a Mr. Incognito, a Sputtle. I don't know if that's his YouTube name, but that's what his Discord handle is, so that's what he's being called. We got a Guzza Dead Man and a Retro Rep. Those are the people who are involved in the Something Neeto podcast, right? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this podcast episode. Episode 1, baby. Episode numero uno of the Something Neeto podcast. Roll intro, baby! I don't know if we have one yet.
Who's all here still?
I'm still here.
Howdy.
I guess we're just waiting on Guz for...
You know it.
I'm here. I'm just looking at something.
Well, ready when you guys are.
Yeah, I'm ready. Whenever. Who wants to go first? Who's got some topics prepared?
Do we need like a little intro? Are you gonna say anything? This is the Something Neeto podcast.
Yeah,
Something
the
Neeto.
Something Neeto podcast. We are Something Neeto. I almost contemplated changing the name of this to Bad Take, to be honest. Because I'd
You already have a
imagine
bad take.
I know, but I thought for a second, what if we all gave a pretty shit take?
I mean, I'd have
On
to
any
just start
one
making
given
opinions
topic.
up. I'd have to start making things up. Because
Yeah,
I
you
only
just
have
do.
a good
Just
opinion.
start making things up and gaslighting.
Here's the thing, though, Ian. We can have Bad Take a part of the the Something Neeto podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a segment. Anybody got some bad takes?
Nah, all my takes are the correct take. So,
Yeah, I mean, I'm just constantly correct all the time, so I mean...
Mm-hmm.
Ian, I don't think I can name a person who's more wrong consecutively than you.
Hey, life and intuitional things, that doesn't
Are
beat
two
book
things
smarts.
you're bad at.
That's true. I am bad at those things. Damn your rightness. Damn it. Okay, so what are some
All right.
topics you guys prepared? Let's start with you
Yeah.
guys.
Me?
Yeah, come on, Fuzzy.
Yeah. 104.
Hold on, let me bring out my notepad.
Yeah, that's right. What about your notepad?
Let's see. Are consoles going to be better than the PC in
Oh my
value upcoming with the
No.
increase in prices of everything?
No.
Some of the new GPUs coming out to $2,000. Would it be better just to get a console?
I'm gonna be honest. The answer is, in my opinion, no. For exclusively the reasoning of pirating. You know how many free games I can get on a PC that you just cannot do on a console?
Not
Yeah,
to
how
mention you
many?
gotta pay to play online.
Not
And
all
I can
games need
also
to be played.
emulate. I can also emulate any
Guys.
console.
Just
like,
real quick, how are we going to
exclusive
prevent us talking over each other? How do you guys want to do that?
Are you gonna have like a stopwatch?
I, for one, absolutely think that we just go through the normal means.
Bro, that's going to put too much work on me trying to sort out the audio. I don't want to have to sift through 2 hours.
Then everybody puts in a little bit of effort into not thoroughly over talking everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
That's really all it takes. Is to try and let someone finish their thought.
Yeah.
I will try. I'm really bad at that though, but I will try.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shut up if you need to.
It takes listening for silence to really do it correct. You have to really find those moments where someone isn't talking to know when to not talk or when to start talking.
I agree.
But either way, guys, now that you say that about GPU prices, I almost think you have a point there, because it's like with trade tariffs, I mean, it's entirely likely that, a lot of low-end spec hardware ends up being like a little bit better to get. There might be some new console killers in the works right now, because honestly, consoles are probably going to leverage the same, like new consoles, they're probably going to be just as expensive as new computers, because they're probably going to be using the new GPUs. Lest AMD comes out with something that provides a better value proposition. But there might be a console, like I imagine PlayStation, PS6 might have 5070, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Now, unless you got like an inside scoop over at PlayStation to tell us what their next hardware plans are.
I don't have that. I'm not in
I
it like
think
that.
the recent one just had a GPU, the PlayStation 5.
I would really hope that it had a GPU.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like most consoles, like beforehand, didn't have. They just had a CPU GPU combo.
It's called an APU, the all processing
An
unit.
APU.
Yes.
It's what happens when you It's what happens whenever you take a motherboard integrated graphics and install it directly on the processor and give it some super juice.
Now, let's say that the prices do not go up for consoles. They still stay in the 500 to 600 range. Would you still actively say, yes, you should pay $2,000 for a single part to play video games?
If you want to have more FPS than consoles, then yes.
I'm going to say yes, because it's a better FPS, generally better performance, as well as just such a wider selection of games at such a dramatically lower price.
I'm still a firm believer in the fact that a PC can do more than just play video games. You can do loads of things on a PC besides just playing video games.
A console kind of feels like it's limited for like playing media and playing video games.
I mean, people have already proven that recent consoles really aren't any different from computers. So really anything you could do on a computer, you can also do in a console if you're willing to crack the firmware on it and just install Windows instead of whatever instead of just PlayStation or Xbox firmware.
Yeah. So what do you say to the people who want to just come home from a 9 to 5, play some games, and then spend time with the wife, the kids, and then go to sleep? And then restart the routine. Do you still believe?
My question to that is, do you need to assemble the computer on a daily basis? Because mine just has a power button.
You need to assemble the Xbox on a daily basis? No, we're talking about a simple price tag.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? For the same simple price tag of an entire Amazon cart's worth of parts, I would still say to that same person, if you are willing to put in the amount of effort it actually takes to build a Lego set, then you can take the $600 you would pay on a console and get more usability, more functionality, and probably more performance than the console ever could.
Right.
You'll also get significantly more longevity than the planned obsolescence that all consoles have been made with.
Yeah, I mean, I built my computer like 10 years ago, and it's still like strong enough to let me play modern games. I can play Helldivers. Not very well, but I can play it.
Last time I checked, the PS2 is only capable of playing the PS2 games.
Yeah, I can go back and just play like fucking Metal Gear Solid for the PS2 on my computer. Quick and easy, no problem.
I actually do like this
I
conversation
do wish I had
topic
more retro consoles though.
because now we got to ask the same question with things coming out like the Steam Deck and Steam OS coming out as well.
What the fuck is SteamOS? I haven't heard of this. What's that?
So Steam OS is a Linux-based operating system that is like basically opening up a console.
Or am I about to like let Steam operate my entire computer?
More or less. But it's
I'm
Linux.
trusting Gabe Newell to overwrite my Windows with something better.
It's more specifically for gaming.
Yeah, it's odd. I've never heard of this. It's
Yeah, I've looked at SteamOS. It's pretty funny what they ended up doing with it. From my understanding, they use the same methodology as an Instant On OS. If you guys know what those fucking things are.
I do not.
So
Yeah, I don't know
believe
what
it or
that is.
not, in the early days, not too long ago, of 2004 or 6, whenever computing was semi in its infancy still, at least in the early 2000s terms of computing, Windows took unironically 1 to 1 minute and 30 seconds to boot on a completely clean install without programs loaded. So different manufacturers of pre-built computers and laptops thought of a really quirky way of, okay, what if you just wanted to do basic Windows shit without waiting for Windows to load? Thus became the Instant On OS, as in it's an OS that boots while your actual OS is still booting. So you can do menial functions in the minute to 4 minutes and some change seconds that it could take to boot into regular Windows.
I think that's unnecessary.
It really wasn't.
No,
Most
that's
of these
pretty
Instant On OSs were just Linux distros. And you're actually pretty correct, Guz, because unless you knew what the splash screen meant, it would just skip the Instant On OS and just start booting into Windows. Because that was the thing. There was no parity boot. I say that, but there was actually a machine that was built to parity boot, but that was it was a one-off thing made by Lenovo. Still, though, Instant OSs provided a way for you to do basic web browsing, file management of the Instant OS, not the actual Windows file system, as well as doing things like Excel and Word. And that was about it. There's really nothing else you could do. You could not play media files, even though you could look at them in there. It had no basic functions. It couldn't run commands. They were pretty much just bloatware for all intents and purposes, but there were some quirky things done with them sometimes. But that's a whole can of worms that I'm not going to open right now. There's a guy on YouTube by the name of CRD, Cathode Ray Dude. He's a really good channel. He provides a lot of deep dive type information on menial tech shit like this from the early 2000s. So Gabe, you got any topics? You got anything
Oh
you've
yeah,
written
sure.
down?
Why not? Yeah. What is like one of your like favorite retro like childhood games? You know, so I'm not really affected the kind of games that you enjoy as you grew older.
Uncharted
What's one of
3.
your favorite?
I mean, Halo, because currently I'm pretty sure Halo is now considered a retro game.
Oh yeah, Halo CE. Yeah, that's been a retro game for like a decade.
And not even just Halo Combat Evolved, like some of the other ones too.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
up to
absolutely.
3's retro now.
I think technically, yeah, but yeah,
I mean,
interesting.
for me personally,
Uncharted.
yeah. I was going to say an older game for me is probably like Donkey Kong Country Returns for the Wii.
Mhm.
That shit go hard. I would play the fuck out of that now.
If we're talking about old games that I would play, I grew up playing those little fucking handheld ones with like the yellow, red, and fucking little plugs that you plug into your little old ass TVs.
Oh yeah, the fucking the quick play.
The little ones you charge up with batteries. I had a Power Ranger one and it had the Red Ranger as the joystick. Fucking
my
love
God.
that thing. Hmm.
Yeah, no, if we're talking about retro games, I had this game. It's a pretty niche game. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of it, but it came out on the PS2, and it was called Black.
Oh.
And All it was.
Racist.
It's just like a military game. I don't really know too much about it because I played it as a kid. But like, you just went on missions and killed bad dudes and stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah, it was just called Black.
Oh yeah, I just looked at. Oh, that is.
I got the color black.
Black is a 2006 video game where the player takes on the role of an angry soldier who doesn't follow the rules. Thank you, AI overview. I really hope that's just like the official description of the game. That's the story.
That's all it really seemed. I don't remember there being too much story. Just go in and murder dudes.
I remember this fucking icon. I never played it.
Never seen that one.
One game that I do like. There was 3 games. 3 games on this 360 I love to play, and
We didn't have music recording.
I do plan on playing at least 2 of them later down the line on my streams. There is. Everyone should know Dark Sector.
I've heard that one before.
Basically, what made Warframe what it is now.
Oh.
Basically, you go in as a fucking special ops guy. You're supposed to take out a target on an infected island. Mass zombies. Like, they're not zombies, but they're like zombies. Let's be honest. So, you go in, and then there's one of the big bad bosses infects you, and he fucks up your arm, and that arm eventually turns. Like, the infection makes you mindless metal monsters, and your metal arm now can produce a glaive that you can now throw and control later down the line. I enjoyed that game. I loved it. I always enjoyed it. Another game I played was Risen. It was kind of like one of the first RPG games I played.
I'm not gonna lie, Dark Sector kind of just sounds like Prototype, but like different.
I mean, maybe. I never played Prototype, but yeah, Risen was yours castaway, and like a bunch of islands start popping up around the world, and it awakens the gods, and the gods get mad, and basically, I think Poseidon or whatever it is, fucks up your ship, and you become a castaway, and you gotta explore the entire island. There's inquisitions, there's cults, there's monsters, and you have spells that you can learn, skills, and you got to learn alchemy, lock picking, potion brewing. It was really in depth, and I don't really see that many games that have that. I mean, I know there's like Skyrim, but like, it was fun. I plan on playing that one soon because there's a pirate version as well, and then like another one that I have never played.
That sounds interesting.
I would recommend. It's currently on Steam.
I mean, everything, more or less.
Yeah.
Dark Void was one of the other ones. I didn't see that when I first looked it up.
Yeah. So Anthony, you got anything you want to cover today on the podcast?
What would you say your favorite game is right now? And then also, if that game has mods, which mods for that game transform the game and make it completely better?
Two-parter topic. Oh wow. I mean,
Wow.
favorite game right now. I mean, I don't know. I would probably say, probably Minecraft at the moment. It's big Minecraft gaming.
Yeah, real bunger enjoyer.
Yeah, Bunkercraft. Been working on that. Been developing all of that shit. Honestly, really haven't done that in a couple days. I need to get back in that.
Currently, I don't have an actual favorite game. I do a variety of games, but currently, I would say the one I play the most is Dead by Daylight. And that does not have mods unless you want to get kicked off the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Minecraft has what was the second part to this? Minecraft's got a lot of mods.
What mods mostly impacted you? Made a major impact on you?
Major impact.
Mm-hmm.
A major impact Minecraft mod that I can remember was probably playing OG Volts on 112.2, the ICBM mod. That mod has been completely dead since 112, and there have been a couple of mods trying to revive it, specifically what it did with nuclear missiles and shit, and just there's been anything like it since. the fact that you could make that many different types of missiles on the different tiers, there's a cohesive system for launching them. There's a lot of different explosive types, just general warfare things like landmines, spike traps, fucking punji sticks, camouflage blocks, all sorts of shit. But really, just, yeah, that mod's been discontinued for a long time. There was a continuation mod based off of it for 120 that ripped all of its models and assets, but that was like a 60% half-baked attempt at making something that was like borderline unusable.
Gabe?
I mean, you know, currently I'm like super into fucking Metal Gear, but there aren't really any mods that like transform that. I mean, I guess Infinite Heaven, because it's kind of just like a modding tool that grants you a bunch of features that you don't normally have, like the ability to drop into a mission with no equipment, which is very, you know, interesting in a stealth game.
Yeah.
Or play some of the other characters you can't normally play. But yeah, no. Right now, I'm rolling back into the Metal Gear. I'm fucking going back for that that final achievement. I'm going to finish all the achievements in Metal Gear Solid 5. I swear, probably. But yeah.
For me personally, really enjoying some Nuclear Nightmare.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah.
What mod changes that game?
Well, there
The
are
Mystery
no
Machine.
mods. I would
Scooby-Doo
think
mods.
it really changed the whole experience out right now. But I am very interested in maybe looking at seeing maybe.
Yeah, I mean they have
mods for
listed.
that.
Yeah, they've listed workshop support as something that they intend to add later down the line. So I'm pretty eager for that. I'm pretty sure it's this game, right? Let me go double check through the roadmap before I start fucking spreading. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna just say that with confidence. And if I'm spreading misinformation, I'm not spreading misinformation. Who the fuck are we getting views?
Don't worry, Bear will just cut it out.
I'll spread misinformation to our editor.
I'm not cutting everything out. I will leave a lot of shit in.
Yeah, I don't know why you would assume that. This is a podcast, bro. Although very minimal is gonna get cut out. He probably isn't even gonna watch through it again. He's probably just gonna
I'll watch
skim
through
through it and be like, all right, cut that. All right, I remember those bits. Whatever, good enough.
I mean, we're only
Anyways,
recording this for an hour, right?
Hour and a half.
As long as it takes us to get through the topics, really.
Yeah, you know, as long as it takes us to feel comfortable and deciding that we're done. You know what? I'm done. Going to bed. Fuck you. Good night.
Yeah.
He's out of topics. That's it. We will never see him again.
So, speaking
So,
of topics,
Bear?
yeah, I was just
Oh,
about
boy.
to say, what are some recipes you guys make for yourselves fairly often? What's something you
Oh,
cook
bro,
for
I got this
yourself
one.
fairly frequently?
Bro, this one is easy.
I don't mean throw
alright?
something in the oven. I don't mean throw
No,
something in
no,
the microwave.
no,
I
this
mean
one's
like
easy.
actually cook it.
So, like, you take some bread, and you take some sandwich meat, and you take some mayonnaise, and you put it all together, and I make that like as often as I can.
Oh, bro.
Damn, you put that in a pan and you fry it up with oil, bro. That sounds great.
Yeah, no. You know, just like throw it in a fry and like give it the grilled cheese treatment, but like, you know, it's not a grilled cheese, but give it the same treatment. Nah, it turns out
A
fine.
grilled manhamaise.
Man, amazing.
A grilled manhamaise. That is what you have made their game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that's about it. You know, maybe we'll come back to that question in like 2 years when like I have money, and I can be like, oh, I actually like make food for fun.
Okay, well, like, what is something that gets cooked that you eat?
Do you know what fideo is?
Yeah.
Yo.
I hate Fideo.
Yeah,
Sopa's
I hate
way
it.
better.
It's like a
Yeah,
poor Mexican. It's just a
Sopa's
poor
way
Mexican
better.
soup. It's just
No,
a
it's
poor
just-
Mexican soup, bro. Anyways,
like-
I'm not gonna lie. We have that like 4 days out of the week.
Well, we have Fideo when we make it. It's with the tiny little tiny noodles. I like Sopa because they use like the elbows, they use the shells. Way better, way more sustenance.
Sustenance.
I agree.
I don't know.
But, uh,
I mean,
like
on that
the,
front,
like
I
the
prefer
flavor
like
of
taco
Fideo
soup
my brother
or
makes.
tortilla soup.
That shit's good.
Well, it's not more of the fucking soup. It's more of the pasta that they use. 'Cause
Yeah, I
most
like
of the
my
time,
pasta to
Fideo
be
and Sopa are
chips.
just the exact same.
I used to like Sopa as a kid, but I like Fideo more now.
I always feel like I don't think I would like eat fideo and then I come out the other side like full. I was like, damn, I could have like 5 more bowls of this because it does not feel like sustenance.
Well, it's not. They're tiny little noodles in a bunch of water.
Yeah.
You know.
No,
Like-
a bunch of water. That's not how we make.
That's
it over
that's
here.
yeah. You just water, spices, pasta, boom, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fideo.
I'm not great.
Fideo.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I think I've heard 5 different families, including my own, pronounce the word fideo, and every single one pronounces it differently.
Yep.
So at this point, I don't know if there is a correct way to pronounce that word.
There's not. You just go off what your fucking grandparents called it. That's it.
My grandparents called it lazy food,
No,
and then would
lazy.
turn around and make rice and ground beef and corn,
No,
and
our
throw it all in a
lazy,
bowl together and be like, there you go.
Lazy food.
our lazy food was just beans and tortillas. That's it. That's all we would eat.
That
Oh
sounds
god,
good.
lazy food.
All right, I
You
got
know,
this one.
I
You
thi-
take some bread, some sandwich meat, and some.
But no, if I can afford it, I like to
Other
grill.
than that, empanadas go hard if I can afford it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like to buy white rice, broccoli, shredded cheese, make that into a casserole, and then on the side, like the main thing will be like pork chops, grilled pork chops, nice and good, and then we'll have, depending on what we have, cornbread. Love fucking cornbread.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, Ian, I do have an answer. I do enjoy like a good spaghetti or a good lasagna.
Yeah.
Actually, I really enjoy a good lasagna, but yeah, no spaghetti. I actually think about it, I just really enjoy Italian food.
Yeah, I eat a lot of Italian food nowadays.
The Italians are on to a couple things.
Yeah,
That
bro. I've
food's
been
got-
eating pizza like
Oh,
crazy.
Let's add on to that real quick. Can you guys name some food that you would rather have frozen than well made, like homemade?
Oh.
Oh,
Mhm.
over homemade? I really don't
Yep.
think I can.
Yeah,
Like
no,
which
now that
one
I-
would you be willing to go to the store and buy a frozen version of it, then have to make everything at home? Like which one would barely balance as
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Yeah, I was about to
Ice
say.
cream.
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
No, not honestly, not really. I do.
Bro,
enjoy
Bluebell
homemade
does
ice
it better than anybody else.
cream. Nah.
They make the best ice cream. That is why it is $7 a gallon.
I'm thinking more along the lines of like, I want ice cream today, you know?
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I mean, of course. Have any of you guys ever made homemade ice cream, like with like an
Yeah.
ice cream machine,
Yeah, I have
made it as
many
a
times.
kid.
or like
Yeah,
an
I've made,
actual like
uh,
ice cream machine?
Yeah, I've made ice cream with an ice cream machine. Me and Eli have one, and we make ice cream pretty
Okay.
frequently.
Mhm.
I think one of the best like tasting ones that we ever made, like just all around great flavor, great texture, great chew, stayed in the freezer for a long time, didn't get freezer burnt, was the eggnog ice cream. We used
That sounds good.
2 whole quarts of like real whole milk eggnog. That shit was so
Mhm.
good. It was so rich all the way through. Every bite was like biting into just like a yellow creamed custard frozen deliciousness. I really wanted to say cum somewhere in there, but I didn't think that was appropriate.
Yeah.
But then you said it anyways.
Yeah, he said it anyway.
You should put it in the meme.
Well, don't worry. Like I said, there will be 2 versions of this that go up. There will be the one we put on YouTube, and there'll be the one that like goes on Patreon.
Dude,
Because
I'm
that one
gonna,
will have
like,
all the
shit.
uncensored shit in it.
Yeah, I'm assuming you.
Well, that's that's going in. People are gonna pay $5 for that. All right, quit it.
Alright.
You've reached your
I'm having
fucking
to-
quota for this podcast.
Alright.
No,
You know
we're
what?
overquoted,
You know what?
we're overquoted
fuck
now.
you.
I was about to say,
You
you just-
could tell me what to say. Guess what I'm gonna do now?
Madam, kick him.
I can't
Yeah,
do that.
from his own server.
yeah, ban me, Ian. Do it, ban me. Pull the fucking trigger.
That would be funny. If
I
you could
can't do
actually
it.
that.
I mean, he's got admin perms, so you know it would be really
All I
funny
can do
if
is
he could.
disconnect you.
Well, yeah, that's
Block
because
you.
that's because I'm God. You can't actually touch me. But it would be really funny because you have admin terms if you could ban me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but getting back to the original topic of cooking, something that I would say is a really good, like, lazy food that me and Eli cook for ourselves pretty often is garlic chicken, right? You get some rice, make it like white rice. You take some nice chicken breast. I think it's mostly done with heavy cream and like garlic and pearl onion. You pretty much just like take the chicken and pearl onion and garlic, and use whole pieces of garlic, and use a lot of it too. You want at least like 6 or 7 cloves of garlic in this bitch. You throw that shit in there, you sear it up with the chicken, get it nice and flavored, deglaze it with heavy cream, let that go for like an hour. Boom, done. It's at the perfect consistency. Finish with whole stick of butter. And then it gets a nice miroir glaze. Serve over rice. Delicious. Add probably 2 to 4, maybe upwards of like 5 or 6 teaspoons of rice. Not teaspoons, tablespoons of rice. Not rice, pepper. I don't know where my brain was going with that one. Sorry, I've eaten this dish so many times, and I've tasted it so many times that the taste is just ingrained in my memory of how good this shit is. It fries my brain every time I think about it.
Not gonna lie, I didn't really care for the measurements. I just go eyeballing it. So I just get the ingredients.
Well, we got those measurements by eyeballing it after so many times, and then at a certain point we were like, what are we actually doing to make this? And then we counted what we did and was like, damn, we are putting a lot of pepper in this. That's why it tastes so good.
Damn. Those fucking engineer brains. They can't not measure out everything.
And remember, guys, this is lazy food, according to him. All of those steps, all of that effort, all of those quality ingredients.
Yeah, it's a lazy food. It's just, that's a really easy dish to make.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the casserole I mentioned earlier.
Motherfucking bread sandwich meat and mayonnaise turkey club.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of lazy food I eat now. The type of lazy food that I'm used to eating growing up would be, shit like what you just said. I think one of the more simple options from my childhood growing up that was a lazy food, per se, was just like shrimp Alfredo. Bag of frozen shrimp, off-the-shelf box pasta, fucking a jar of Alfredo sauce. All in a pot, single pot meal, whip it up all together.
Someone has an Amber Alert.
Oh no. Somebody kid getting stolen again.
Most of the time it's just like a parent that took the kid, in a divorced parent situation, didn't call or something. But anyways, I'm starting to get hungry. I want to stop talking about food. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think we're done with.
You know what? Here's a topic. What's your opinion on parents putting multiple kids on a leash?
What? What?
Yeah, you never seen the.
Are you talking about like those parents who like let their kid be really obese and really uncontrollable, so they put them on a fucking harness?
Not even that. No, just the normal regular kids on harnesses. What? It's a single parent.
Honestly, it's fetishistic and I'm tired of it. I will not elaborate.
Bro, I mean, there really are some ravenous ass little bastards that cannot fucking control themselves. But it's like, just don't bring your kid out into public. What? Why the fuck are you putting a dog harness on it, bro?
I will not raise this child, and I will bring them into the center of the McDonald's, and they will surely behave themselves like a rational adult would.
Sure.
So you think parents that take their kids out for a walk, and the parents by himself, and they have like 4 kids with them, they should not have them on a little harness while they're walking around the park?
No, they're fucking humans. Teach your kid to fucking behave. God damn. We live in a fucking society of goddamn common sense, or at least so I thought.
Buddy, you should look out the window.
Luckily, my windows are covered in dirt.
These last 8 years. Oh my God!
Oh no, bro! Not the quadruplets on a leash. What the fuck, bro? That's fucked up, man. That's just bad. You're just admitting to the world you're a horrible parent. For A, doing that and putting it on public display, and B, cementing that you can't control that many kids. You are a grown adult. Those are children. You can literally tell them some fake-ass bullshit and scare them into doing what you want.
But what if they exercise free will and just don't care?
Or what happens to all the people in the cases where kids will literally, like, you look away for a split second and the kid's just gone? What then? What do you tell those parents?
Well, this
what
is
about
why
that-
you gotta
what about
have,
that
if
one
your
kid
kid's
that
got a
literally-
problem of darting off on you, then get them a little fucking,
No, not
I
even
don't know,
that
put
at
an
all.
air
You look-
tag on them or something.
Why? They're human. Why are you tracking
No,
them?
no, you know what you do. You know what Ian
No,
is-
no,
you know what
human
Mr.
tracking,
Incognito is
human
saying?
tracking is perfectly fine nowadays. There's
Human
plenty of people
trafficking?
who
What?
use, no. As somebody, no, Gabe, what was the little fucking tracking app you used in high school to keep in touch with your parents? I know a lot of people who use that bullshit because their parents wanted to know
Google
where they
Maps
were.
Currently uses it. I don't remember the one that I
Right.
specifically used. I think it was Google Maps, but I also know that one of our other friends uses Life 360, which
Yeah,
provides the
there's
same
those.
service of GPS tracking. It just tracks your phone, assuming your
Yeah,
phone's
mine
Yeah,
on.
it's for like families.
So
you
what
can like
Mr.
create a room and
Incognito
like
is
families can
trying
like
to
stay
say-
together.
He is advocating for iPhone kids.
Yeah, you activate.
Personally,
Yeah.
I think what
Alright,
is
the
it that women
AirTag
get?
was
Tablet-
just
tablet
like,
babies,
for your
tablet
kid.
babies.
Just
I
get
mean,
that, but like GPS tag for your kid. Just put a GPS tag under their
Mr.
skin.
Incognito wants to just
I didn't
shove
mean
shove
under
a
their
screen in front of
skin.
kids,
I
and they
didn't
want
mean
I
under
think
their
no,
skin.
that's my advocation. Just put it in their brainstem, and then
No,
you'll
it's
never
like
lose them.
Fucking, you can.
They
stick a
get
tag in their
brought into
clothes or something.
they get brought into child trafficking. Guess what? I know where they are. I know that the FBI knows where they are.
You activate a fucking sleeper cell and they just start murking everybody. All the kidnappers.
Yeah, bro. I load in like a Jackie Chan film, like Baymax into his brain. He starts like fighting people while trying to keep faces from hitting the floor and shit. Just imagining a 9-year-old like beating the crap out of a bunch of like 30, 40-year-old men in
Jesus
Jackie
Christ.
Chan-esque fashion.
Nonsense.
Anyways, I've got another topic if
I
we're
was about to say, there's my second topic. Next topic.
Yeah.
okay. Did anyone? I don't know. I don't remember if there's even these in order. I don't care.
I think it's you next, no?
Yeah, we're
Ah,
going
all
down
right,
to
so
Discord.
anyways, oh, are we? Oh yeah, I guess we are. Anyways, so in case you haven't noticed, I'm going a little bit down memory lane personally. What is like your favorite game that is no longer supported? Like you just can't play it anymore.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Like your favorite no longer supported game. If I could bring one game to life, it'd be this game.
I have exactly which game. I just gotta remember the name.
I'll go first, I suppose.
Wait, I got it.
Oh, okay. Go.
Evolve.
I'm excited. You can. I think Evolve Stage 2 is alive, actually.
Is it? Did they make another one?
Yeah, Evolve Stage 2 is like the. Anyways, let's not gonna do it right now. But the point is, I'm pretty sure, and it's free to play. Fuck it, dude. It's pretty small, I think. I might just install it and see.
Bro,
Actually, hold on. Let me just double check.
I'm pretty sure I remember hearing something about that. I think you're
If
right.
they have
Evolve
you.
servers still online. Oh, okay. But
I actually have other fucking game that I want like brought back. If you don't mind me going again.
let's see. One sec. No, consoles cannot.
Oh man, I've got a game that I really wish I could bring back.
I'm getting some inconsistent results. Fuck it. I'll go just install it and we'll see. But yeah, since we're unconfirmed on whether this one's actually dead. Yeah, go again.
Anthem.
You
know
liked
that one.
Anthem?
I love
know that
Anthem. I love the
I didn't know
combination
anyone
of skills. I love the mechs. I love the guns. It seemed like it was
I
gonna
liked
be a
it
really
in concept,
Mhm.
but in
no.
execution, it was kind of.
They poorly executed really good concept, and that's why it flopped.
Oh yeah. But I'm not asking what game you like conceptually. Like my game is Dirty Bomb. It was like Overwatch, but like before Overwatch. But it was
I
like a
remember
hero
catching the
arcade
tail
shooter.
end of Dirty Bomb.
Yeah, it was really fun. The characters they had were fun, and they played very uniquely. And instead of having like every character with the exact same like loadouts or with fully customizable loadouts. They did loadout cards, which kept characters from being too egregiously overpowered by having like all the right stuff. But it did kind of make it a little early unfriendly because, you know, you might get fucking stomped by somebody who just has better gun card like loadout than you. But regardless, the character abilities were more than fun. And frankly, if you could hit your headshots, it didn't really matter what gun you had. But yeah, no, I fucking loved it. My favorite character, you could just fucking summon an orbital laser and guide it just around. It was really fun. But yeah, no, like that game's dead though. The servers are no longer online. They couldn't support it.
I want you to know,
it's gone.
like a week ago, I was like looking at some of my games and I saw Dirty Bomb. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I never played it. And then there's like something else that's like, I think it was like a fucking football stadium game, something like that. Like, when the fuck did these get added to my library?
And I loved Dirty Bomb, dude. It was so good.
Yeah, I guess a game that I really wish I could bring back. You guys are not gonna know this one. Took me a second to remember this one because most of the games that I play, they've had either revived projects or something in the last couple of years. There's a game called Steel Ocean. Yeah, so all in all, 1-to-1 carbon Chinese copy of World of Warships. Except for the one caveat of, in World of Warships, you play like a few thousand hours to get all the content in the game. I got all the content in Steel Ocean in like 100 hours. And it had probably triple the amount of total ships in it than World of Warships did because they just included so many wacky, weird, random things. I swear, one of the early tier boats you could get was like it was like a speedboat, but it was like a wicker bamboo Japanese boat with like twin aircraft engines on the back of it with a 50 cal on the front, and that was a ship that you could use. And it just had a lot more fun, wacky nature to it. I mean, for all in all, it really was just World of Warships, but it looked a little bit more crusty and ran like 1,000% better. But yeah, it had its own servers. It's kind of like it had the same feeling of like the Chinese Call of Duty. You guys know who Merc Music is? Whenever he was covering that when it was big, and how it was the Chinese online COD was like significantly better than any COD ever released.
Yeah, I remember
Had a zombies mode that was like way better.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't even know if you can even get that game anymore. Probably not. But still, Steel Ocean was a fun game. I put a good few hours into that, and then they just pulled the servers for it because it just, it was a Chinese carbon copy of World of Warships, and they were not hiding that, including all the stolen assets. Which Wargaming was promptly like, bro, that's ours. But still, that game fizzled out, and it was really sad to see it go, even though I got all the content for it and then stopped playing it entirely. But it has substance to it. Anthony, what's a game you wish you could bring back from the dead?
Well, the only one I can remember ever like this happening to me is probably like Evolve. Either that or like an early beat battle royale game called The Calling.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Which something happened, like the original like release for it was super good.
Yeah, I remember it being a pretty notable battle royale game.
Have you guys played H1Z1?
Oh
Yeah.
God, don't remind me of that game.
Yeah, no, that game can stay dead.
Yeah. My stepdad was like super into H1Z1. Like, super.
That game hyped itself up in so many weird circles of the internet, and it just like, I remember seeing the trailers and all the shit for it, and I remember seeing all the people hyping it up, being like, this is going to be the next biggest zombie game, and I remember seeing the shit for it, and I was like, this looks like it could be something. And then the first like alpha beta release happened, and then it was like, damn, This is like less playable than DayZ standalone was.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as someone who was thoroughly unsupportive of DayZ, I looked at H1Z1 and said, "Damn, I'd rather play DayZ because this looks like exactly DayZ but 3 years ago."
Yeah. DayZ simply had more content by that point.
Yeah, it was like, if you're gonna be developing the game at the same pace and basically developing the same game, I'm gonna go for the guys who started before you. But
Yeah.
even then. But
Oh,
Anthony, your turn. Your time.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, why not?
Come on, I believe in you.
VR versus PC gaming, which one is more immersive?
Oh, I'm
Is
gonna.
there?
current-
Hang on,
Yeah,
let me
no,
stipulate by saying, is there a desktop screen game that is more immersive than playing in VR?
No.
What? That is more. Yeah, I mean, I would personally say yeah, but that's also because I'm more immersed into a world by the world itself, the world building, the writing, basically. So for me, I would say yeah, a game like Dishonored or Metal Gear Solid or fucking. Probably my best example is what is it called? Deus Ex. Really any of them actually, but yeah, definitely like the first one especially. You just they don't look great, but once you understand the controls enough to not have to think about it, like the world is so thoroughly built. I tend to fucking tunnel vision so hard I forget about the world around me until something like on my desk, you know. So I would say yeah, no. Currently, there's the PC is a little bit more in that regard. I haven't really seen anything. Granted, I don't have a VR set, so I don't keep up with it, but I haven't really heard of any VR games that are like unbelievably incredible story writing like that.
In terms of just like, I mean, there's Half-Life Alyx, but in terms of just like VR games or just VR experiences in general, as someone who plays majority like not VR stuff, I don't really think there is something that is more captivating than VR games. Genuinely speaking, they are the most like visually captivating experience because, well, they occupy all of your visual range. They take up the whole thing by sticking a screen and a black box on your head. But I mean,
I get that.
That doesn't change the fact that you can still have a good experience on like a really. I say that the experience is still pretty captivating, but until you look at like a 40-inch 4K OLED display at a high refresh rate, oh my god, you will literally think that you have been seeing your actual reality wrong your entire life when you look at a good panel like that, especially in a dark room with a really good piece of content that makes use of high dynamic range and some of those special features. It's like, Jesus Christ, we've been able to achieve visually with screen and panel technology. It's like fucking mirror finish type of shit. It's I would say those right now are the only thing competing with VR in terms of like a captivating experience, because sure, VR could provide a captivating visual gaming experience, but in those situations your brain isn't really focusing on all the visuals, it's focusing on like trying to play the game. In VR, that's the thing, I have seen like studies though, it's like VR does occupy more of your brain than playing regular PC games because you're just up and moving. So that's another element that VR can be in a captivating experience, but still, until VR improves to the point where its panel technology can be the same, if not rival current panel technology, then I don't see VR being a better medium for consuming regular content. Because regular content consuming with VR is really uncomfortable. Your eyes get sweaty, your head gets sweaty. You just kind of, I mean, granted that happens playing regular VR games, but while consuming content, you're not doing anything else to distract your mind from that.
Yeah.
So
not to mention the VR headset itself is a little uncomfortable.
Yeah,
even
there's
ignoring
also
all the
batteries.
it's kind of just like a heavy brick on your head. And then you got one brick on the front of your head, and you got another brick on the back of your head, and it doesn't really balance out. It just feels like two bricks on your head.
Yeah,
so
I mean, there's
my
a lot
argument,
of profile ones being made now.
like the Meta 3 is pretty good. Like from what I've seen. But my argument for that is Bear was able to mention having a good monitor in the dark, making it like really immersive. My thing is VR has motion tracking. They have the fucking feeling pads to where like you get shot, you feel it, and then there's the treadmill where you
Hey,
you
the
can
Xbox
actually
360 had that.
Haptics board.
yeah, no, yeah, and then you have the fucking the treadmill where it's like a circle and you can literally run.
Oh
and
yeah, no,
crouch
I
and all
mean
that.
like that, yeah, but that's
That's still
Oh,
VR.
that's
That's
right.
so
still
much
Treadmill.
money.
Yeah, those
Like
are
that
still
is
VR.
very
beyond
big money
even
range.
like
we never
like-
mentioned the range and price though.
That's true.
If we're going
that's
solely
true,
on the
but
VRs,
I also can't genuinely say that it is more. I imagine it is, but it's so far beyond anything I've ever tried. I can't actually tell you. Yeah, and absolutely for these reasons. I think it is. I imagine it to be, but I haven't touched
well, I
it.
mean, the question was which one was more immersive, and that's the reasoning. I'm gonna say VR is more immersive.
Yeah, I think VR will be more immersive.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it will be, but currently, probably not.
The Meta 3 headset is really flat and it's really comfortable from what I've seen on some videos, and like people will have like fucking kits attached to it. Looks pretty nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I know. I thought it was an interesting topic because two of us have VR headsets and play regularly, sorta, and then you two don't.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah. But
It's a natural argument when both sides are biased.
I do see potential. I don't think it's there yet. But I mean, like things like potentially a treadmill like device that is affordable. Small, low profile.
Yeah, Anthony, I'm gonna send you a picture. This is something that got revealed at CES 2024, like a couple months ago. I immediately thought you'd be interested in this. This is an
Right.
8K ultralight.
I've seen that. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Plus, on top of like we don't even need any of the fancy stuff. Just having the headset and the controllers. What other game can I actually have my hands on specific locations on an axe that actually impact how well I swing that axe? I can't do it in
Wait.
Minecraft. I can't do it in some what's it called, Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's got to be programmed in,
No, in fucking whatchamacallit.
No, I mean like in Left 4 Dead, that is a feature, but in like other zombie games like Back 4 Blood, that's not a thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you're because I was about to because the one I'm talking about right now is Saints and Sinners, and if you have your hands like really bad, you won't have any force behind your swings. You
Yeah, I'm
actually
saying, Saints and Sinners is just a game they already made, but like adapted more. Like the story is its own thing, but like gameplay wise, it's just a game they already made but adapted to VR. So I mean, like, which admittedly, yeah, no, like you can't do the grip thing. The grip thing is absolutely like that's a unique thing that you can't really get anywhere else.
or like another game like Into the Radius where I literally have to peel open a can, get my knife, and because I don't think I can do it with my fingers, but like using my knife to actually feed
those
myself.
actions aren't immersive because you're not swinging an axe. You feel like you're swinging a bunch of air in two hands that are not connected to one another because you're not holding an axe, and you can feel that you're not holding an axe. You can feel you're not holding a gun. You can feel that there's no resistance when you're peeling this can open. And for me, I cannot get that out of my brain how unreal it feels because there is no weight to anything. Like a game that I really like the idea of is what is it called? It's like Mountain Blade, but VR, medieval fighting game.
Sorcerer.
That one, because I love the medieval fighting, and like I think that game would be really fun. But at the same time, nothing has any weight, and half of actual like sword fighting fun is. There's weight there, like it feels hefty. So doing VR, I can't get that out of my head. But when I'm playing on a screen with a mouse and keyboard or a controller even, I'm able to have such a short distance between like wanting to do something and putting the controls in to do it, that I'm able to completely ignore all of that, and I can just really put myself in the world,
Yeah. I don't know, for me it's a lot more immersive actually doing the actions than just clicking on something for the character itself to do the action.
Yeah, no, so if I'm doing the action, it needs to feel like I'm doing the action, because otherwise I can't get it out of my brain. Like
Yeah.
Woo! Fucking Warhammer that weighs nothing. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Woo! You know, I'm a god because I swing this Warhammer with the strength of, who knows? Because it's just weightless.
Yeah.
But,
All right, gentlemen,
yeah,
we
that's
are
not to say that
almost
I'm
at an
person.
hour of recording. Did we want to continue with maybe one or two more topics and call it there, or stretch
I
it
got
out to
another
90
topic,
minutes?
so.
I mean, I've
We
got
can keep
a
going
topic.
until we run out of topics. I'm down for either one.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. So who was next?
You.
Me.
We're going down the list. Yep.
All right. So, what are some content creation goals you guys have set before yourselves? Something you want to achieve? What is something that you want to do with your channel? Any particular things that you want to do on the YouTube scene? You want to be famous? You want to meet some people? You want to make a funny video? You want to transition into a certain type of content? What's some goals you guys got?
I don't know, Bear. Why don't you give us some examples?
Well, I mean, me personally, I've got a long list of things that I'd really like to do with my channel. Many
listen to them.
things, many things.
Pick
Most
three.
notably of which, well,
Okay.
We need time. Pick 5.
three? Pick three?
Pick
No, I'll
nine.
pick 3. I'll pick only 3. As in 3 people that I want to meet, because that's what I want to do with my channel the most. I want to use it to leverage
As
it to
like-
meet certain people. I want to network. And the certain people that I want to network with, starting in succession of popularity, are Official Duck Studios, General Sam, and Jay Schlatt. Maybe. Who knows? It might be like a case where we're running this
Popularity, I
podcast
think
for the
you got that
100th
wrong.
episode, and then we get it by the 100th episode where we get Jay Schlatt on or somebody. Kind of like how Jay Schlatt got Markiplier on his podcast after after joking about it for the entire thing. Which, Gabe, I know you watched Chuckle Sandwich.
Every once in a while. I watch like Creepcast mostly, and frankly, podcasts are so long, especially Creepcast, that you don't really have a lot of time for other podcasts, especially if you want to have a life outside of being a neat.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
keeping
did
the
enjoy
cast.
the episodes that I do catch. I enjoy.
I mean,
Chuckle
you know the Chuckle Sandwich is ending, though, right? It ended.
You've mentioned it.
Yeah, they released the final episode yesterday, I think. Oh,
Then
but
they're gonna do Chuckle Sandwich Reborn.
yeah, but I just like
Chuckle
to meet
Sandwich
people.
2
I
this
would like
week.
to
Yeah,
some
the giggle
people with my
taco.
channel. Honestly, if nobody else, probably ODS, and I'll be happy. I really want to meet those guys in person and maybe like
That
spend a
does
day
feel
or
like
two
the
with
most
them.
realistic goal,
I feel
especially with
me
like
and
your
Reese are a little similar.
engineering-oriented mind. Like, I actually do feel like that's the most like attainable goal, is being able to go there and be like, all right, guys, I want to make like a ridiculous gizmo.
Yeah, I feel like they would be the easiest people to collab with first.
I want to make a fully automatic canoe. I will not elaborate on what this means. Do you want to help me?
I'm gonna walk right up to Reese or Tyler. I'm gonna look them dead in the eyes, and I'm gonna say with a fucking with my what do you call it? My fucking
Toothy grin.
British, with my
Lava.
British toothy grin. I'm gonna fucking look at him and be like, "You guys want to build rocket engines?" And
You
I'm
know
just gonna
what?
hit 'em
That
with
would
that.
be kind of
And we're gonna build some rocket engines. I'm gonna teach them some general science. All right, guys. So we got 2 things here. We have 91% hydrogen peroxide and 83% isopropyl alcohol. When you put these 2 things together, magic happens.
Yeah, I would love to point at Reese and call him totally Mexican TV. Anyways, was that all 3 people?
Yeah, that's all the
General
people that I
Sam.
want to meet. The General
okay.
Sam was one. General Sam, I think that would be more. I don't think I'd be able to get an in-person thing. That'd probably be more of like a gaming experience. I'd probably play Hunt with him. That'd be fun.
Dude, you would get carried so hard
I mean,
by like
probably.
a man with a family. Like, just, dude, oh man, you know what? I'm not gonna go and reminisce on General Sam videos in the middle of this.
Yeah. But I mean, J Schlatt, I have to do that one in person. That one's like I'm already big and I have the weight to throw. I have the troglodytes to throw at him to get his attention. And be like, hey, buddy, you wanna? I'll meet you in New York. I won't go to LA. Let's meet up. Let's make content. Let's make it funny. You want a funny stick? I smoke those unironically.
Guys!
Yeah, my turn.
Yeah, it's probably your turn now.
So goals forever or like year
Just
or like what?
something right now, what you want to do with your channel.
Right now, what I want is to be able to wake up, have some, and then go live, and there'll be like at least 50 people. I make a post, 50 people at least comment. I make a YouTube short or a video, there'll be at least like 100.
You just want to get a congregation of 50,
yeah, I want people.
dedicated fans.
Yeah, I want people that will always
That are not
be-
actually just people you know in real life.
Yes,
You want
exactly.
Really dedicated people.
Yep. That would be my goal. It is not something too. I'm not gonna shoot too high. Right now, I'm gonna be realistic and try to go for something like around 50 people. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to get like collabs with J Schlatt or any of those people.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
Yep.
Is it my turn now? Okay, we're going down the list. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I started laughing initially because the moment you said, like, do you have any goals? My thought filled with, man, it'd be really funny to be like, yeah, no, my goal is to kill myself on stream.
Holy fuck, bro.
That's the penultimate goal. That's what it's all building up to. But
Yeah, die
yeah,
on
no,
stage.
an actual. Oh yeah, no.
That's more
absolutely.
Patreon content right there, boys.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, no, I'm gonna OD. I'm gonna do a 2-man.
You're gonna
But,
die like a woman? Don't do that.
But yeah,
Die
no,
like a man.
fucking no. Actual goals though is I do once I like actually have a groove figured out. I want to go back and play a bunch of the games from my childhood, ranging from the Max Payne series to the entire Metal Gear series, which I've only played some of, and you know, had like the original Halo trilogy with some people. Yeah, no, like I want to go through and do like full playthroughs of old games like that from that era of my life that I haven't played, either millennia or that just hold like quite a lot of weight in my my mental space. Like the original Call of Duty games, I'll probably do a whole playthrough of all the COD games up to a certain point because there's just too fucking many of them, and I'm not spending money on that one. But yeah, no, that's the goal there. Is I want to do a playthrough of some of those older games.
If I may, I think that ties back into what I want. Is like I want 50 dedicated people that will be there no matter what I stream. If I streamed a game that
Fear.
no one's even fucking heard of,
I want to play here.
yeah, the game that no one's even fucking heard of, or you can't even get anymore, they'll still be there to watch and enjoy it. That's what I.
You want people that are there for the Guz
Yeah.
experience.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah,
For
you
me.
should change your VTuber model. It's really hard to look at, in my
No.
personal opinion. Like genuinely hard to look at. I hate it.
Yeah.
Anthony. No.
So for me personally, I'm
Okay.
wanting to get to a place where I can start doing some mocap content.
Ooh, Russian
Like
Badger
a-
angle.
Yeah, that's what like my whole shtick I want to have. That's like kind of where I'm.
Yeah, so like the
Going.
character you've created, you want that to be more of a mocap model.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
make a mocap model of myself and then mocap myself, and then put it in the video, and then put myself in places sort of like General Sam does in Russian Badger,
Yeah.
and do bits like that.
I've honestly tried to do
Uh,
some of the Sam bits of putting myself in places in content, and I've realized I need way more space, way more distance between me and the camera, and a lot more green screen. Just really
Yeah.
need a lot more room.
As it turns out, there is a very valid reason that General Sam has such a large office.
Yes, because as it would
I
turn
know,
out,
no,
when
he
you, a
posted-
6'3" male, tries to make yourself small, you actually need a giant room to do that.
Yeah, he posted a photo on his X account of him in his green screen room, and it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, another goal I have is to eventually have a separate channel where I make maker content and start on that, because I still have some projects on the back burner that I haven't really worked on in a while.
Well, why not put it on your regular channel? Why make a separate channel for maker content?
Segregation.
Damn.
So you can
Yeah, bro. Some
eventually
people aren't
separate
gonna
the
wanna-
brain rot from like the actual projects.
Yeah, some people want to come to my stuff and see that, and then they're just gonna get annoyed whenever they see other stuff there.
Hey guys, I spent 6 weeks working on this video. Really hope you appreciate it. And then everyone who's just like, usually there for like 10, 15 minute like little brain rot videos, like, what the fuck is this? I hate it. Oh god, it's different.
It also allows me to plug my other stuff in videos, which is, something to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, be that guy that has like 6 different YouTube channels.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I already have them made.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. In that respect, I think I'd more than likely at some point, if I do YouTube for a while, I did transition to doing car content at some point. Because I'd imagine my cognitive skills, my snap, is going to start to level off at some point. My carpal tunnel is going to start to kick in harder. So I'm probably going to lose my ability to PC game at my current effectiveness. So I figure,
Not fun.
why not break my hands on metal?
Nah, bro, it's fine. We'll adapt to a point where like we all have like the that one guy, the Neuralink.
Yeah. Have you seen the videos of him playing CS:GO?
Yeah.
That's fucking. He's cheating. Chad, he's
Yeah,
cheating.
it's not aimbotting, bro. Just click on their heads.
Fucking
Literally,
me using
it's
my incel rage to explode your head through the video game. Oh, that's actually, he's really doing it.
But yeah, other than that, I just want to be able to make more entertaining content that's, it's worth having people watch,
I
essentially.
want to get to the point where I can upload one video every 4 to 6 months, and then get my own anime, like Corey Kenshin.
Yeah.
I want to upload once in a blue moon, actually, and just get like a TV show.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I guess like like a real long-term goal. I would think I'd like to make my own tabletop game. Because
Yeah.
like I've come to realize that I want to make games, but I cannot make video games because I cannot get used to the idea of killing my own children. So a tabletop
What?
game has a lot more freedom. There's a saying in the video game industry, you got to get used to killing your children because you only have so much time and so much money. For every 10 ideas you have, you can really only put time and effort into 2 to 3 of them. So you got to get used to picking which ideas get to make the cut and which ideas don't get to make the cut, and which ideas have to be trimmed. And I can't get used to that idea. So a tabletop game provides more freedom to just be like, fuck it. Ah! So, I mean, look at fucking Warhammer. It has insanely complex lore and an annoyingly complex game. And I want to be able to make that kind of thing. Something that's annoyingly complex, but suits my own personal desires, because it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right. Guz, got another topic you want to throw out?
Sorry.
Yes. So this is gonna be my final one. It's a big one that I've been wanting to talk about.
Yeah.
Fuck you. If Rockstar decides to go with base game $100,
No.
and then I'm not done. If it was to go base game $100, the other edition would be like $150, and then I think they set it up to $200. Would you,
No.
as a gamer, petition by refusing to buy any games? Would you be part?
Call
and try
that
to-
a boycott, and yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you boycott every single gaming industry?
Oh, every single gaming
Yes.
industry? Well, okay.
big
I'm saying
AA,
presumably we're
not-
talking like AAA.
Yes.
I already
Yeah, so we're not about
play.
No, that's it. I'm boycotting the indie devs. They've had it too good.
Yep. Fuck you guys selling
I'm
your
only
games for
buying
like
trash
$7.99.
That's it. I am now a loyal Ubisoft and EA fan.
But yes, would you guys at that point would you convince yourself and many others to start boycotting every single AAA title and refuse to buy their games.
I mean, frankly, like it really wouldn't be hard. There's not a lot of AAA titles coming out right now that are like good. Remember, it's 2024, the year of the flop. Nothing good came out.
Yeah. Well, that's not true. Astro Boy came out.
Fuck
Astro
Astro
Bot.
Boy. Astro Bot should not have gotten Game of the Year. That's my other hot topic.
You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It really shouldn't. It was just like Little Big Planet, but shittier.
I'm still. That's what I'm saying. I'm still waiting for that new hot release for this year. For I think like May of this year. Motherfucking Bloodborne cart, baby. That's gonna be a fun one. Bloodborne cart.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I don't think I would boycott every AAA title. There's some AAAs that come out that are okay. It's like
no, but here's the
Helldivers.
issue though.
Helldivers 2.
If you don't boycott them, then eventually the new gaming prices would go up, like they did with the games going
Not
from
really
like.
how boycotting works, but okay.
Yeah,
True.
no, fuck you, fuck you.
True.
No, you no.
Yeah, boycotting
trying
tends to
to
work
fake
because you're
them
not punishing
needing
the
more
industry
money.
as a whole, but you're punishing the ones being cunts and rewarding the ones that are actually doing good by giving them all of the money in the market right now.
Exactly,
That's
because
why boycotting tends to work. Everybody else flounders and either dies or immediately fixes their shit.
that's what I'm saying is because
But
before
so you drown
games,
the
No.
shit.
yeah, drown the but
I'll
like
drown Rockstar and Ubisoft and EA
Mhm.
and everyone else that's up there in that bracket, and probably anyone even a bracket below them. But
because like
anyone below that's like arguably a good game dev, arguably. Yeah, that's like the minimum entry.
because what I'm trying to say is the games, the base games were like what $40-$50. Now they're jumping up to $70. And if Rockstar gets away with it and actually does release their games, the new prices will even skyrocket even higher. For base games, we could be seeing about $80.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying if they do that,
You're the
We
pirate
should-
returns.
we should boycott all
the
of
year
them.
of the
'cause if
pirate
we don't-
returns. The year the pirate never left.
Because if we don't, then the other ones are like, oh well, they don't really care what we do, so we could probably get away with it.
I personally don't think it would work because I don't think everyone would be in agreement to do that.
Yeah, the problem is that nowadays people don't really vote with their wallet. Nobody's willing to boycott anything. They're like, no, I don't like it, but I'm still gonna buy it. What am I gonna do?
Nothing
Like,
better
not
to do.
buy it?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
Save
what am I gonna
money?
do? Not buy a PlayStation 5? I'm not gonna be the guy that doesn't have
What
it.
else am I gonna have to be fucking angry about?
Yeah, if I don't
Yeah.
keep Sony alive, how am I gonna keep being angry at Sony?
All right, guys, we have time for one more topic. So Gabe, it's you.
Oh, okay. You guys have any movies that like affected you as a child? And
What do you mean, like, negatively?
Like I said, hold on. Let me give mine first, so you kind of have an idea of what I mean. So when I was a kid and I was like 5 or 6, that age where you're still scared of the dark, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I watched a horror movie. He was on TV, and I was the only one up because obviously I'm staying up past my bedtime because I'm like retarded, and I'm watching TV, and this movie Darkness Falls comes on, which is basically a movie about like a demon that lives in the dark and cannot come into the light. And like my fear of the dark, which I was at the time trying to like rationalize, like everyone around me telling me I don't need to be afraid of the dark. I see this movie and it scares the absolute fucking shit out of me. I can't go to sleep for like the rest of the night, and it extended my fear of the dark for like until I was like maybe 12. At which point I was like, okay, I'm too old to be scared of the dark. It's not real. It's just a movie. It can't be real. And I locked myself in a closet for like an hour to like get over my fear of the dark. So yeah, no, you have like a movie that like affected you like that, like substantially.
I think a movie that really affected me as a kid, growing up, was probably Pulp Fiction. That movie really, when I saw that for the first time, that movie showed me a lot of Just a lot of concepts that I hadn't been exposed to before, for one, and also just like the fact that film can make you feel a certain way. Like that movie was the first film I ever really saw that elicited more emotions than just, oh, it's funny, or oh, that's cool because there's action. It was like, it was the first time I felt shit looking at something like a video or whatever, that made me feel like, oh, there's intricacies in here.
These are like
I feel something for these characters that I've never felt before. It's not pity or remorse, but it's a type of admiration.
Admiration. I, for one, and who do you admire? Is it Samuel L. Jackson, or do you admire? I can't remember his name.
I mean, to be honest, I'm probably gonna look like him when I'm like 31, but Butch. I really like Bruce Willis's character in that movie, especially towards the end of his storyline where he saved Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah.
That was a scene that I watched as a kid that was like, huh.
There are some things in this world that are more important than money. Interesting.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I first saw that scene for the first time, and he walked upstairs into the fucking, into the pawn shop, I would have left. I would have bailed. That guy wanted to kill me, like, really bad. Like, he pulled out his gun, and I had to hit him with my car to prevent him from fucking just straight killing me. But I don't know. To be fair, that scene's more of like a who shot first, Han or the other guy. But it's more of like they both sort of locked eyes and like knew one of us is gonna try and kill each other. But still, I would have left in that moment. But the fact he took that fucking samurai sword and went back down there, that was pretty swag.
That was a
Swag
pretty
gaming
epic
moment.
scene.
Yeah. That was a film that really affected me. What's something that affected you, Anthony?
I would probably have to say a movie that really that traumatized me as a child would probably be the Jurassic Park movies. I'd go to my grandparents' house, and like my grandpa was he used to like go on boats. He was a shipman or whatever.
Shipmaster.
He was a sailor, essentially. So he had thick ass books full of movies from like millions of years ago to like that moment in time. So when I'd go over there, flipping through movies, see the Jurassic Park movie disc image, I was like, hell yeah, this looks dope. Put it in and scar myself over and over again because I couldn't stop watching them because for some reason they were just really good. Yeah, they were this good movie. Like, you know,
that was the moment that you were like, damn, bro, this is like, I like it. I like being scared.
Yeah. And not just that, but dinosaurs are pretty badass, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, so,
And something about watching actual children get horrified just makes it that much more.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You're like, wait, hold on. Those kids are like me. They're scared.
You know, there's something funny about that scene. That you know the scene where the T-Rex head, it smashes through the top of the car that those two kids are sitting in.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that entire scene for the minutes that it lasts, and for those kids screaming like that is real. The fucking T-Rex malfunctioned and it smashed through the top of the fucking car, and they just kept rolling.
But tell you what though, genuinely, possibly the best scene in the entire movie.
If I was the director,
those
I would have said
children are
kept going
genuinely
too.
scared.
It's so hard to get genuine fear out of actors. It's so hard to get that kind of emotion,
especially out of children. Because children can't act. Like, by and large, it's hard to get a child to like express genuine fear because they haven't really experienced anything that's made them feel that. But in that moment, they didn't need to act because they experienced the genuine fear they needed to be portraying. Yeah. Honestly, we should be threatening children, not like threatening, but like we should be semi-endangering more children's lives for the sake of artistic virtue.
I don't think so. I don't think that's quite a good take. This is part of the reason why I wanted to call this shit bad take, just because of that.
No. Listen. Show me anybody who looks at that scene and will tell you that it's a bad scene.
That's true.
That it's impossible to watch. It is a genuinely good scene. Possibly the best in the entire franchise.
One of the most terrifying scenes for me is whenever the lady has to go and turn on the power because Samuel L.
yeah.
Jackson's
Oh, yeah.
character in that was taking so long. And so when she gets in there and there's velociraptors
What are you doing?
and she locks
He's
one-
playing Rocket League. You
Shut up. And she locks one behind a cage. His arm falls down. She's so relieved. Oh, thank God it's you. And it's just his hand. And that was terrifying.
You know, I really love the scene in Jurassic Park where it's like the children are like being chased by velociraptors or some shit, and their grandpa, you know, big old man, is just out there like eating Jello in the fucking kitchen, just eating Jello while his grandkids are fighting for their fucking lives.
Oh my god, this is a frame that really makes Chick look like a man. Oh god. Hang on. So Guz, did you say a movie that affected you?
Nope.
No,
There
you don't
was
have a
none.
movie that really affected
No.
you? Really? You don't watch media like that?
I mean, I watch movies, but movies are just movies.
Yeah, but come on, there's gotta have been something somewhere at some point in your childhood that was like, damn, that kind of scared me. But
Bro never saw something at too young of an age. His parents gate kept him from that kind of stuff. So he
Honestly,
was old enough to realize it's just a movie.
we didn't really have the luxury of having all that, but whenever
The fuck you mean? Watching VHS tapes in like 2010.
I didn't have that. When I was 12 is when we got TV, but around that time, Nickelodeon. We had Nickelodeon because it was like one of the free channels. There was a scene where like Patrick is like naked and he has the fucking little flag in his ass.
oh, from the movie.
I think so. That's the first time we ever really watched Nickelodeon, and that came on, and my mom was like, "Yeah, no more TV. Goodbye."
No, God, bro. Not naked Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fun.
God, naked Patrick killed your entire movie viewing experience.
And don't get me wrong, I watch movies. I watch like
Journey to the Center of the Earth. Which one?
Goddamn.
From which year?
The one, the older one, the one with the guy that plays the guy in the Mummy.
That's not the older one, but that is
Yeah.
one of them. Because here's the thing. There's Journey to the Center of the Earth, which stars
Oh wait, are you
Brendan
talking about
Fraser.
one where they actually just drill there?
No. There's Journey to the Center of the Earth, which stars I forget his name. Not Bruce
Brendan
Willis, not Bruce.
Fraser.
Brendan Fraser. That's right. It stars Brendan Fraser as the main guy who gets there, and then there's Return to the Journey of the Center of the Earth, which follows the same kid, like who follows the same family, pretty much, that Brendan Fraser was a part of in that movie, except now he's divorced, and the stepdad is Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
That is not right at all.
That is right.
No, it's Journey to the Mysterious Island, and that was his nephew. That wasn't his
Oh,
son.
right, Journey to the
Yeah, that's a different
Journey to
movie.
Mysterious
but,
Island.
like,
Well, no, because Journey to Mysterious Island is in that same film universe.
It is. But that's not his kid in the movie. It's the same. It's the same guy, same universe. But that was his nephew.
Oh, right.
The
yeah,
whole
I
thing
forgot.
was that his nephew was coming over for the weekend and he forgot.
Yeah,
And he took
I haven't
him to
seen
the
those
center of the
movies in
earth.
a long time.
so there's those.
Those are good watches.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys fucking know this one, but it's Dinotopia. You seen that one?
Oh,
Nope.
No. Basically a utopia where dinosaurs and a select amount of humans live together, and then like one of the. I don't remember that many. No, there was actually a bunch of humans. Now that I think about it, I always thought the kid just died. If I'm being honest, because the way he got there is he's a kid in orphanage, no family, none of that. He hiked. What's the word? He stowaways onto a ship. The ship goes into a storm. He hides in one of the rowboats. The rowboat gets disconnected, and he just magically finds a magic island that no one knows about, where dinosaurs and
Yes,
humans
yes.
live. Yeah,
Also,
I'm
that
pretty
just
sure he died.
sounds like. By the way, the way you phrase that is he stows away, not stowaways.
Yeah, he still
But and then what does that sound like? That sounds like that one
That's Dinotopia.
book. No, it sounds like that one book, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's like a fucking kid named like Max or some bullshit. Fucking finds like a bunch of monsters that are like real. I can't remember what it's called. And
There you
I
go.
have no idea.
they had a weird console game that was kind of bad, but I only remember it because you could throw the rocks as a game mechanic, and you could throw rocks at the monsters. And if you threw enough rocks at the monsters that were your friends,
Yeah.
they get angry and run over and just eat you.
Yeah.
They
No,
just said, "Fuck it, I'm done."
That's another movie that I wonder if you guys have seen. Did you guys ever watch Gulliver's Travels starring Jack Black?
I have actually.
Bro, that movie was so wild. That was one of those movies I actually saw in theaters as a kid.
It's based upon a book.
Yeah, I know.
One of the first movies I remember I was going to actual theaters was Hancock. It's the one with Hancock. Yeah, that guy, Hancock. We go in,
Hancock.
and then immediately like the fucking profanity starts. And my mother's like, "Yep, no, we're leaving."
Damn.
We walked out. We kept the popcorn though.
Bro, your
What
mom
did-
fucking sucks.
What did you guys think walking into the fucking R-rated Will Smith flick?
It was about superheroes that fought crime, and
Yeah, an R-rated film about
R-rated.
superheroes that
Hey,
fight
listen,
crime.
I was a kid. Don't get mad at me.
I'm not getting mad at you. I'm getting mad at your mother for bringing you
Yeah.
into an R-rated film and being like, nope, we're leaving because this isn't made for children. What?
Yeah, it's like the fuck kind of logic is that?
Yeah.
Your mom might be a little bit irrational. You know what's funny too? I just grew up around profanity that I got in trouble in my early years in school because I didn't realize that words like shit and fuck and dick were profanity and not things you're supposed to say.
Damn.
It was like, these are just words I grew up with. What do you mean? I'm not allowed to say these? Why not?
I mean, when my parents pulled me out of elementary school, it sort of just went all downhill from there. By literal 6th grade, I was saying every slur under the sun. And my parents could do nothing to stop me except tell me if you ever say that shit out in public, I will beat you in public to no end. So only say it in the house. And I was like, damn.
Bring
Okay.
back public meetings.
Damn, I didn't know it was that serious, okay? Jesus.
Oh my god. My parents thought it was really funny though. My parents thought it was really, really funny. And to be fair, I don't think any adult now would think a kid cursing is pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. It's got a comedic element to it.
Damn.
It's got its comedic elements to it.
Oh man, right at the end too. All right, well, anything you guys want to say on the way out? You got 2 minutes.
Make sure to check out my Twitch, my YouTube, my TikTok, blah.
Yeah, make
Do
sure
not
to like,
put it-
comment, subscribe, guys. Comment.
Who's a Dead Man
chat.
TV?
We're all gonna die.
Anthony, got anything you want to say to the beautifuls out there?
He's too busy making fucking shots in Rocket League. Leave him alone.
Damn.
Yeah.
No.
He's trying.
You actually start playing Rocket League?
He did. Yeah.
He did.
Wow, Chad.
Did you not hear the like aggressive
Yeah.
speaking earlier?
Did you not see his Discord update informing you that he's playing fucking Rocket League?
It says he's editing.
Bro, I would point out that I've got ADHD and I was able to maintain my attention span enough to do this without needing to like whip out a video game to play.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even play music. I was just. I want you to know, I was doing homework during that. So.
Chat's
'cause you're a nerd.
crazy. Wow, chat, subscribe.
Chad,
That's the end of the video
subscribe.
right there.
All right. Well, this has been a fun little thing. How often are we
Alright,
going to
see you
reconvene
all
for this
tomorrow.
again?
Once a
Yeah,
month.
we're gonna do it again tomorrow.
Oh, damn.
Every
be doing
day,
daily
every day
podcast.
podcast. Let's go.
Honestly, Bear, that's up to you. 'Cause you're the one
No,
editing this
I
shit.
don't want to do daily fucking podcasts. You kidding?
Alright,
I'm not a
we're gonna do
podcast
two
channel.
weekly.
We're not famous
No,
enough
2
to
weekly.
even be doing this yet, but we're doing it anyway
Yeah.
because we have nothing else to do.
No. This is going
Once
to
you
be
edit this,
twice a
Ian,
week.
once you edit this and it's uploaded, we'll do another one as soon as you're done, and then I'll edit that one.
Okay.
I'm not editing. I'm just saying. 'cause
So
I
you
will-
want to reconvene in like an hour?
Or will you be done in an hour?
Yeah, I'm
we'll be
really
done
not
in
going to
an
do
hour
anything
and
to
a
this.
half.
I'm
We'll be
really
done
not
in
going to do
an
much to
hour and
this.
a half.
Do you still want icons and shit?
I was thinking first episode might be a little rough around the edges. We'll see. I've got
Hang
some
on,
ideas
everyone
for it.
send him an image to use for our person.
Yeah, everybody send me an image. That will be your representatory image.
I will say, I thought we were just gonna have like some fucking software that puts us all into a room and we pick a picture and when we talk, it lights up.
Oh my god!
I
Oh my
never-
god! Chat. There's 9 seconds. Everybody say something. Ah, blah, blah, blah. Ah.
Well, oh my god, dude.